Welcome to Conversations with Haikini, author, podcaster, and coach. We are celebrating 3 years of Conversations with Haikini podcast. As a wellness coach, I am committed to empowering you to prioritize your health and well-being. I understand that each person's journey is unique, and I strive to provide personalized support and resources to help my clients achieve their health and wellness goals. I believe that by setting an example of creating this life I want for myself, I can inspire and empower others to do the same. I am dedicated to helping you as my client feel your best and support you as you take charge of your own health and well-being. We have some great tips to share here, so grab your smoothie or a cup of tea and join the conversation. Let's go. Hey there, you guys. Welcome to March. We are here. We are well into this first quarter of the year. Now, AI isn't a threat. Forgetting who you are is. Let's go ahead and start with that. Artificial intelligence is the new technology people are warning us about. But if you've lived through dial-up, MapQuest directions, burning CDs, and the rise of smartphones, you know this isn't the first shift. In this episode, we look at AI through a grounded midlife lens. We talk about common fears around AI, environmental and ethical concerns in perspective, how AI can reduce mental load instead of increasing it, and why Gen X and midlife women are uniquely built to adapt. Technology has always changed. What matters is how we respond. So grab your smoothie or cup of tea and join the conversation. Let's go. Hey there. We are back for another month of this Time for Wellness podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. You may be just listening on the 13 plus platforms, or you may now see me on YouTube. This is the second month that we're actually introducing a video version of the podcast also. So you can actually see that on Time for Wellness TV. And I'll tell you, I'm getting used to looking into the camera again. I do have this cute my little Logitech, what do you call it? See, my words are leaving me, but I have my little camera up here, and I did not practice to make sure I'm looking directly where I'm supposed to look. So you'll see this is all real. This is my real background. This is me, Haikini. I'm not AI. I haven't cloned myself yet. Anyway, so you'll see a little shift in the camera as well because I have it on this new Zoom shift mode. So you'll get to see some little things that are in the background as well. So technology has always changed, as we mentioned, and what matters is how we respond. So AI is not going to replace your identity. It's a tool. This is how we're going to use this as a tool. And in midlife, remembering who we are, calm, capable, adaptable, is very, very powerful. So if you are of the age of dial-up, you know how dial-up was. We survived it. So we can survive AI. And you remember that screeching modem, that sound, waiting about 5 minutes just to check, just to check on things, just to log in and try to check your email. Do you remember not having an email? I'm that old. I remember not having an email. Do you remember printing out directions from MapQuest before leaving the house or carrying your Walkman? And just as you are listening to your CD in the car, if you hit one of those Carolina potholes, it skipped. Do you remember that? This moment in technology should not scare you, okay? So we got a lot to talk about today. Got all my notes here so I can stay on task because you know how we can do. This is year 6 of this podcast, and we've been through a lot of different changes as technology has changed, as we have grown in our midlife era. So a lot has changed, and so we can get lost in conversations. That's why when I first started, it was called Conversations with Haikini because we got lost in those conversations. So we are the generation that grew up analog and became digital as adults. We learned email as young adults. We figured out online banking. We went from beepers to flip phones to smartphones, or maybe like from beepers to flip phones to the little and then our nice smartphone. From Blockbuster to streaming, from handwritten letters to the emails, from handwritten directions to the Garmins to Google Maps. And now suddenly we're afraid of AI. That's very interesting. It's very interesting to me, but it is something real. And we want to address that. Adapting, that's what we do. We adapt. So let's talk about some fears. These are some things that I've heard from people. AI is destroying the environment. It's going to replace everyone's job. It's cheating. It's lazy. It's dangerous. And I understand the hesitation. Every major technology shift has created some form of fear. Every single time, as I hit my little ring, every single time. But let's widen the lens for a moment. Technology uses energy. That isn't something that's new. Streaming for hours, videos using massive data centers. So just streaming and watching videos, that uses a lot of energy. Cloud storage uses energy. You know how you upgrade to your iCloud, because you got all these pictures that you're storing for good reason, right? Crypto mining uses energy. Social media servers uses energy. Data centers existed before AI became the buzzword. And here's something most people don't realize. Your smartphone already runs AI daily in the background. How do you think it actually really works for us? So think about it. Your navigation apps, your email filters, your search results. Let's talk about that for a minute. All our search results, think of that browser history that we have, or all the tabs that we have in our phone. Your streaming recommendations. AI isn't a new alien invasion. And I have a picture that I'll share with you. I'm going to share it in the comments of the video because I was just, and I'll put in what I actually used to prompt AI. And I want to show you what they came up with. It's very controversial. I'll just let you know. I'm usually not that controversial, but I am going to post it. We'll see what kind of comments we get based on that. But I'll show you what, dealing with that invasion, what they came up with. So, just a personal shift. I've been podcasting for 6 years. Okay. This is a new evolution. AI is a new evolution of tools. We're already using it. It's just a different awareness. So 6 years podcasting, and I'll tell you, it took hours at the beginning when I first started. I started podcasting right before the big, you know what that is? We couldn't go anywhere. It was like almost, it was that January I started my podcast 6 years ago. And then that March is when it happened. So that's literally March 6 years ago. We were in a different space. We were in the house. we were starting those TikTok viral videos. Just imagine that. So with that, I had plenty of time to research, cross-referencing, rewriting, overthinking every single week because my podcast used to be every Wednesday. It was every Wednesday for 5 years. This is year 6, and we started once a month. This took lots of time, lots of effort, and then some years later, I started experimenting with AI tools. Not to think for me, not to replace my voice. Who could replace this voice? They may try, but there's something distinct, I think. But I did all this just to organize faster. And what used to take hours now can take a few minutes. So if I remember something, if I'm just focusing on something I can remember from long ago, I had so much resistance, just like you, so much resistance because you didn't know, right? Some things you just don't realize or don't think about. Like everything is hidden in plain sight, right? I always can find things. I've always been that person that can find things, like to research. But why still spend hours doing that? When your lifestyle changes, you have a lot more responsibility. When you can prompt something that and I've tested a lot of things that has taken hours, but you can prompt it and get the same results in seconds. That's gold. So if I'm brainstorming, I can structure my thoughts faster. Yes. Instead of writing out my little one circle, and then drawing the lines, okay, this is my focus, my podcast. This is the idea. This is the idea. This is the idea. I can grab my phone and start talking. Let's demo something right quick. This was not in my plan of my podcast. So if you are actually listening, you need to go and watch what I'm doing. So this is my friend, Juniper. Let's see what she says. Nothing, this is off the cuff. You can see there's nothing there. Hey, Juniper, how are you? I am actually recording my podcast. They don't know what's happening. I just decided to record this, and I am talking about how now it only takes a few seconds to research things for my podcast, seconds to minutes versus hours. Can you speak on that? Because a lot of people are skeptical about using AI.
I'm doing well, and I love that you're bringing this up. The skepticism is understandable, but when you've got the right AI tools, they do streamline your prep. Instead of digging through tons of sources for hours, you can quickly pull insights, fact check, and get creative ideas. The key is to use it thoughtfully. AI doesn't replace your voice or research, it just gives you a head start. In the end, your authenticity is still the heart of the podcast.
I love that. Love that. One more thing. What is one thing you would leave with them as I continue to record my podcast?
I'd leave them with this. AI is just a tool, but your intuition is the guide. Use technology to save time, but always trust your perspective to shape the message. At the end of the day, people connect with your experience, not just the data.
Thank you. Yes. How cool is that? How cool is that? So it removes the friction around thinking. You're still going to do your thinking, but you're not spending hours generating all the things that you're used to generating when you only have 15 minutes. What used to have to be broken up over days can now be maybe solved in those 15 minutes. And in midlife, that really matters. That matters. So reducing mental load. At this stage of life, we don't need more hustle. We need efficiency, we need clarity, and we need our sanity. So let me stand up. One benefit of having a standing desk, you can always switch and change. And there's my little blanket in the background. So, thank you. Thank you. I love how that new Zoom just zooms me out. And then you can see all the crap on the side of my desk. But I digress. So, I use AI to help with planning, meal planning based things, also based on like what I already eat. So I can plug in different things based on what I already eat. I can snapshot a photo of my groceries and track what I bought. So you got a long grocery list. You've done the planning, right? And then you come back, take a snapshot. I used to be a meal planning machine. So I had all these big spreadsheets. I actually created an ebook that was out some years ago about meal planning, which I plan on updating that as well. Just to see like what's different, what I've added, because I've created my own little things along the way using the tools that I have now. And so I now can take a picture of my list and I have it. It's there, it's saved. So when it's time to try to figure out what did I eat weeks ago, I can retrieve it and have it. I don't have to keep these long spreadsheets and all these receipts. I have it all on my phone in one place. You can organize ideas before they disappear. You can turn scattered thoughts into structure. So AI, again, does not think for me. It doesn't think for you. It clears the clutter so you can think better. It clears the clutter so you can think better. And when you're balancing work, family, hormones, aging parents, finances, this reduces the mental load. And this is so powerful. So powerful. Now, getting back, it may be some people that are not or do not self-identify as Gen X, and that's okay. But I'm going to talk to the Gen X again because this is who I am and this is who I talk to, right? So, here's the part that I really love. We are the only generation that lived analog childhood and digital adulthood, right? We played outside without GPS tracking. We recorded songs off the radio. Then you stop before the person comes and, tells us about the next song. We burned CDs. We printed directions. We adjusted every decade. We are not fragile. We are not fragile. We are not lazy. We are flexible. We adapted to email. We adapted to online shopping. We adapted to smartphones. We adapted to streaming. This is just another adaptation. Okay? So I want to leave you with this. Again, AI is not here to replace your brain. It's here to reduce the background noise. It's a tool, and tools can be misused. Yes, we know this. All tools can be misused, but they can also be used safely and wisely. That's the key. And in midlife, removing friction is power. It's power. Clarity is power. Efficiency is power. Sanity is power. We survived dial up and we can handle this. So, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's podcast. This is something that I'm really, really excited about. I get excited about a lot of things though. So, but this is something that I want to leave with you, not in fear, but just remembering we are survivors, Gen X. We have done a lot of different things, and this is just another thing. And you are not alone on this journey. We have lots of tools on this podcast. We have lots of tools on Time for Wellness TV that will keep you encouraged, keep you grounded, and keep you sane during this transition. All right. So, again, thank you so much. Until next time, learn to love and learn to serve. Bye for now.